Hello everyone, Mayonnaise Doctor here, and today I will be showing you all how to get a Platinum Relic in the first level of Crash Bandicoot 1 and Sanity Beach. And hey, even if you already have the Platinum, maybe you can use this video to nudge your time down even further. I will be breaking down this video you just watched pretty heavily, so if you need to see something in particular, just skip around until you find it. I won't explain anything out of order, I promise. Alright, so the first step to this level is to do nothing. No, seriously, a common trick for Crash Bandicoot time trials is to sit still for a bit of time before hitting the clock, so that the player can progress with everything exactly where it should be. In this level, you shouldn't gauge the level by time, but rather Crash's animations. Do you remember how I didn't move right away upon spawning in the stage? I waited a second beforehand. But more specifically, if you watch Crash, he is moving his hands up and down. You will want to begin running between the second and third animation of Crash moving his hands, though ideally you will want to be closer to the second animation. Avoid unnecessary movement, especially in this early segment, as it can mess up the enemy positions for later on in the stage. Spinning the crab so that it hits both the Aku Aku crate and the time crate will be our next objective. The good news is, the hard part is taken care of, assuming you got your timing down on waiting for the clock. The first crab should be a little to the left, but mostly centered when you are within spinning distance. Where you spin the crab doesn't matter. Just be sure that you aren't spinning it from an angle or else it'll go flying in said angle. And after all, we do want the crab to fly straight into the crates and not anywhere else. It is also possible that the crab will only hit the time crate, and if that happens, you gotta go start over, and this time be sure to wait a little bit longer before running to grab the clock. The other main roadblock on the first straightaway is jumping on the spring crate for another time crate, without wasting too much time. This is a little more difficult, but still pretty easy if you can get it down. The useful trick for this one is to watch for the break in the shadows, around here. Let go of X as soon as you hit the crate, or you will high bounce off of the crate. After jumping these pits, spin the second crab forward and you should hit the second Aku Aku crate and another time crate up on the temple ruins. Like before, the Aku Aku crate is pretty easy to hit, but the time crate may require a few tries depending on how fast you were with the spring crate. Unfortunately, there isn't really a definitive way to climb the ruins, so just jump up to the top as quickly as possible. Though be sure to hit all those time crates here in a single strike before moving on. Spin into the third Aku Aku crate and you will gain temporary invincibility. On top of this, Crash's running speed will also increase and Crash will break crates automatically. On this pit, you can save a few frames worth by running from the right over to the left, as this will spare Crash from jumping and slowing his movement down. Don't forget this time crate hidden here. It's somewhat well hidden, so be careful. For the wall of crates, aim for the center, perhaps slightly to the left, and run right once you see the crates start to break and the controller vibrates. For this row of crates, time it so that you start running from the 4th and 5th crate spawning. Now admittedly, I ran at this too early and it cost me a little time. But if you can get it right, you can get a perfect run across all these crates while the Aku Aku invincibility lasts. The last bit of note here is that by running from the right and then left again, Crash can walk directly onto the level exit, avoiding the final jump and saving a little more time. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching. I plan on making this into a series here on my channel, though I probably won't go in order of levels despite starting off on Insanity Island. Also, don't expect them all to be structured like this. This was just a one-time thing because I wanted to see how we could get it to work. Future parts will probably be more in a traditional Let's Play style instead of being more mashed together and edited like this. Though, I don't know, maybe if everybody likes it like this, I'll keep it like this.